everybody, my name is Eric Hopkins and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're finding me for the very first time, please click that like and subscribe button and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you get all the notifications about when I put up new content here on this channel. Anytime you guys can hit the subscribe button, everybody, it really helps out this channel. It helps me grow it, so thank you for doing so. So Liam Neeson is in the news now, and he has been talking about a possibility of him appearing in the Obi-Wan Kenobi series on Disney Plus from Lucasfilm. And he's basically said, well, that's not going to happen. So let's check out the article here from The Hollywood Reporter. Liam Neeson seemed to make it clear that he will not appear in the upcoming Disney Plus series Obi-Wan Kenobi. But he may have just been being coy. The Oscar-nominated actor on Wednesday dropped by Jimmy Kimmel Live to discuss his new Netflix film, The Ice Road, when he was pushed by the late-night host as to whether he would appear in the Star Wars series, starring his Phantom Menace castmate, Ewan McGregor. I heard Ewan McGregor was going to do a series, Neeson said. No, I don't think so. No, I haven't been approached. He then insinuated that they could not afford him to be in the series. Kimmel somewhat took him at his word, but pointed out that the seasoned screen veteran could just as easily be lying through his teeth. Of course, Neeson's Qui-Gon Jinn was killed in the 1999 Star Wars installment, but he could easily come back to the Obi-Wan Kenobi series as a Force ghost to offer his former Jedi Padawan guidance. Not exactly. In canon, he can't actually be a Force ghost, but we'll talk about that here in a minute. In past interviews, Neeson said he was pleased with The Phantom Menace. Despite the criticism the film received, I like the film, he said. I am proud of it and proud to have been a part of it. Neeson told Andy Cohen in a 2020 interview, I got to be a Jedi. I got to play with those wonderful lightsabers and stuff. It was terrific, Andy. It really was. So, yeah, I mean, obviously it sounds like Liam Neeson has an affinity for this Qui-Gon character. And I'm glad he got to be in the one movie he was in, and I thought he was one of the best parts of The Phantom Menace. But here's the thing. The article mentions that he can easily come back and be a Force ghost to help Obi-Wan. Not exactly. If you watched the Clone Wars cartoon series, and if you obviously even saw just the prequel trilogy in of itself, at the end of Revenge of the Sith, Yoda tells Obi-Wan that how to commune with Qui-Gon he will teach him. So a lot of fans may be left to assume that, okay, Qui-Gon became a Force ghost and could talk to Obi-Wan. That's not true, though. In the Clone Wars, it's explained that Qui-Gon never finished his training on how to live on in a physical sense after he passed away. He never became one with the Force. He learned how to communicate with Yoda verbally, but he was not able to manifest his physical appearance in the form of a Force ghost. Now, there was an episode of the Clone Wars where Obi-Wan got a vision of a Force ghost Qui-Gon Jinn, but that was because he was being manipulated by the planet he was on, and it was a whole thing. But he didn't actually see Qui-Gon as a Force ghost. It was a vision. But Qui-Gon himself, unlike Obi-Wan later in the original trilogy, is unable to manifest himself physically as a Force ghost. However, he is able to commune verbally through the Force, as he did with Yoda, and he's the one who helped Yoda complete his training on how to be a Force ghost after death. So there is a long storyline, narrative and explanation of how the Force ghosts work and things like that in the Clone Wars animated series. So again, if you've not seen the Clone Wars animated series, I highly recommend it. It fills in a lot of those gaps that the movies have not had time to explain. But even so, he can communicate with Obi-Wan and teach Obi-Wan the same thing he taught Yoda on how to be a Force ghost. And the Revenge of the Sith even comes flat out and says he will teach you, and he will talk to, and I will teach Obi-Wan how to commune with him. So to me, it stands to reason that Qui-Gon Jinn will at least make an appearance via voiceover work here. And to be honest, he doesn't actually even have to show up on set for that. All he has to do is commune with Obi-Wan via his voice. So that would take like a day, maybe 2 days worth of voiceover work for Liam Neeson in a sound booth somewhere over at Lucasfilm. Yeah, he may say he's not in it, and that's technically not a lie if it's the case, because he wouldn't actually be in it in person. So that would be the reason why he might say it, or he could just be lying. But either way, I still think that Qui-Gon Jinn is going to show up in this show. It just makes narrative sense. Just like I feel like it makes narrative sense for Obi-Wan to confront Darth Vader one more time before his faithful meeting with him on the Death Star in Episode 4, because in Episode 6, Vader tells Luke that Obi-Wan once thought as you do. And I believe in this series, we're going to find out exactly when Obi-Wan thought like Luke and thought he could turn Darth Vader back to the light side. So I think both of those narratives make perfect sense to do at this particular time in this series, and I think we're going to get it, regardless of what Liam Neeson says here. But the real question here is, guys, what do you guys think about the fact that Liam Neeson says he is not going to be in the Obi-Wan series? Comment down below, let me know, and don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you get all the notifications about when I put up new content here on this channel. And until my next video, guys, take care.